Oh, good morning.
Good morning.
She's trying to have a little competition with me. Whose hand can make the camera start?
It was mine.
We have the setting on there where you could either say cheese or you could put your hand up and it'll do it. But as you guys can tell, we have a ton of 2x6s. What you can't tell is right on the other side of here and behind stuff we've been putting the deck together. Can't show you everything, but what we can tell you is the grain silo is supposed to be delivered on the 10th.
Yeah.
And it is the 9th as you guys are watching this.
Yes.
A little worried, a little bit. Not gonna lie.
A lot of it. Sorry if the wind's bad.
Yeah, the wind's probably. I don't know which side the microphone's on, but
Oh, maybe this.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Hopefully it's not terrible, but we had to back out of being in the Christmas parade, the nativity scene with the Junos.
Sam sent me a video of Lambeau, and I was like almost crying because I was like, oh, I missed it.
I got to stop by for just a couple of minutes. Got done working here, went into town, and needed to edit and upload and do all that for the video that y'all watched, and then start editing the video of us, doing some more work. But was able to stop by real quick. It was they had quite a setup, I'll say that. Yeah. The Junos, they had quite a bit of people there also. Don't think we left them high and dry. They had a whole cast and crew.
Thank goodness.
And they were very understanding with us having to cancel last minute. Danielle was doing stuff for her job, and then I was trying to build and get some stuff done while she was gone.
Yeah, which kind of got switched around a little bit. It was only their part of the day today, if you're wondering why I'm here filming this.
Yeah.
And then to next week, I got to go back 2 days next week.
Yeah, so just getting things done, and I'm just now looking at the auger. I may know why it's not digging.
Is that a big chunk missing?
It's not missing. It just looks like it's angled weird.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's it or not. Maybe it came loose and it's angled. But we have a quick deadline to get this done. We literally just stacked all this here right now because we have to go back and go get more materials and the money for the grain silo. So we can't go to our local lumber yard. We got to go to Tulsa.
Yeah.
We try to go as much as we can to the local place. It's in the next town over, but it's a small lumber yard. Mm-hmm. And then we always 99% of the time go here in Bristow to TH Lumbers, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, something like that.
And then there's Varner's for the other stuff, but
we prefer to do smaller mom and pop stores as opposed to the big chain.
Yeah, we had some people commenting saying that we would save a lot of money and support local and stuff, and we do that all the time. And then also with sawmills and other places like that, they're not treating the lumber, so this should last a long time. We've had a lot of questions about what we're doing, and someone, I don't think they were being rude. I don't know. I'm just trying to be as positive as I can with the comments. But said they're not 6x6s. You didn't make 6x6s. Well, I'm like, I understand that. We got 3 2x6s, which technically is 1.5 inches. So technically 3 inches would be 2. 4.5 would be 3 of them together, and that's why we had the inch left gap where you guys could see where the brackets and stuff go. But if we got another 2x6, it would be over the limit, and then we'd have to go buy a 1x6 to make it sandwich, and it would still be 1/2 inch too big to fit in the bracket. So we decided to go a little bit less, and some people were actually saying 3 2x6s sandwiched. If we would have glued them, it would have been even stronger, but it's okay we didn't. That 3 of those together are stronger than a 6x6 post together.
Boom.
Whether that's true science or math, I don't know.
It sounds about right to me.
But the good thing is, my logic of it, after reading that comment, is if a 6x6 post breaks, it is breaks. If you have 3 different 2x6s together, if one starts to be weak, the other 2 are still holding it. I don't know. Sounds good to me. But also people were saying, you know, the long gap we had in the middle, 16 foot wide. We'd have to do all this extra support on the bottom. We're ahead of that. You may even be able to see behind us some of it. Every 8 feet there is a post in the ground, and the more and more we do to this, literally it just gets stronger and stronger. And before the grain silos here, my goal is to drive the tractor on top of the deck. That may be the worst possible thing we could do, but that's my goal.
What?
I want to see if it's going to hold weight.
Well, we're going to mess it up even trying to get it on there.
How do you know? No faith. We just drive from the back. It's lower to the ground.
I guess that's true.
We got onto the trailer without ramps.
That is very true.
And we have ramps.
But how did you do it? With the bucket?
I did.
You going to put the bucket down on there?
Yeah, why not? We tested the concrete like that.
Yeah.
And then also, we got this comment. It wasn't bad either. It's actually from an awesome viewer. I'm going to mess your name up, but it's Todd Packer 49. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
He said, well, if you bolted the brackets to more the edge of the concrete, won't it just crack because it's only 6 inches? And then the middle, you got your in the ground and you got your pad over the top. All of them, we tried to make sure, I think only one of them might be a little bit off, over the hole that goes all the way in the ground. And good question, good thing to know. He just said, I don't really know, I'm just asking a question. It seems like something logical to ask, you know, and it is a good question. That's why we tried our absolute best to get it over the center of it. But also, what's good is some people build decks just on 6-inch concrete pads, nothing in the ground at all. So I do think it would still be okay if straight in the ground. It's just more of, if it rains a lot and the ground gets soft, then it might start to, you know, depending where all the weight is. But I think we lucked out and we centered it good enough to where it is over the actual hole of it that went down in the ground. And all of them, every hole we dug was past the frost line. So I feel very confident in that.
With rebar in it.
With rebar. So I feel really good about that. And then we already did some more bracing and stuff, and we dug holes, and those were past the frost line as well. And we were originally just going to put pads down, and even some of the comments were like, just put the pad down, put the post on it, you'll be good. But I wanted to go that extra step and dig, and we hand dug all of them.
Yeah.
And we just made sure it was right where it needs to be, hand dug till it got, the ground was hard and past the frost line. And I think once you can't dig anymore, it's going to be a little bit harder for that to sink in the ground.
Yeah.
That's our theory. And then we threw in fast hardening, fast setting concrete on that so it'd cure fast enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're seeing it, and you just came back a minute ago from doing your stuff, seeing it bigger, smaller.
This thing is huge. Every time I see it, I'm like, it's just a lot bigger than I imagined. It's just gonna look just wild.
Yeah.
Seeing a grain silo, grain bin, whatever on it.
Yeah.
I just think there's no way that this won't pass for like power.
I don't, because technically it's not a permanent, but maybe since it's actually anchored in the ground.
It's anchored, baby.
But how would they know? They said to take her. I'll show them video.
Yeah. We have proof.
Yeah.
I just, with how big this is, and I don't know, it just seems it's legit.
Technically, I
Like,
would.
Why?
It's permanent because it's in the ground. It's not sitting on top of the ground.
So I just don't see why it wouldn't count. I mean, there's only one way to find out, but
We will find out.
this is where my mind goes when I look at it. I'm like, this is huge.
Yeah.
We're gonna get power.
And unfortunately, we don't know if it's true. It's just hearsay. A neighbor stopped by the other day and was asking, hey, have you got a water well? I'm trying to get a guy to come in and do it cheaper. He coming from Kansas or something, or somewhere up north or something like that. He's coming from far away. Because he said, I don't know if you heard, it's the guy that did our well at the other place. he passed away. And I said, yeah, I did hear that. And he said, unfortunately, I don't think they're going to be doing any wells anytime soon. They're kind of having some things they're working out with it. And I was like, oh, great. Not getting a water well here is going to push back us getting electricity also, because they said if we didn't have a foundation, we needed a water well and septic put in.
I feel like this is a foundation right here.
We're hoping. So that's what I'm hoping is
Right.
we don't know what's going to happen with the water well. There are other people, and I think the Junos had some work done, and they may know someone.
Yeah.
But we don't know when that would actually happen, if there are time frames and all that. But
in the
maybe,
meantime, Junos, we're just going to come get some water.
Yeah, maybe since this is technically permanently in the ground and bolted to it, maybe they'll consider it. We'll see. So we're definitely going to call and ask, and I'll even be like, send someone out here. I'll send you pictures, whatever it takes. Yeah. I'll send you video of, here's our, subscribe to the channel.
I was going to say, you can go to the Crockers.
Make sure, don't forget to like and subscribe. I had to borrow this shirt from Flint. He borrowed it from me and gave it back. But, yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get power. People constantly ask us, and we get it. Not everyone watches every video and watches every channel, and we talk about it on other channels. But we are working on getting power as soon as we can, water as soon as we can. It's just...
things have to be in place first. And I know it seems weird. It's like, because, yeah, you get a place, first thing you do, get power and water.
Yeah.
Yes. But where we live, there's things that have to be in place first for whatever
out
reason.
of our hands.
So, we are doing what we can.
Yeah. And people...
Until then, we're putting off-grid in the title.
We are.
Yeah.
Shoot, we roughing it out here.
Yeah.
People are also, I guess, don't fully understand either. You bunch of dum-dums buying land without knowing your property lines and corners and not getting it surveyed. It was surveyed before we even knew what the property existed.
There's pins in the corners.
Yes, and they're very much marked up. And I used to do land surveying. That was the first thing I looked at when I came out here, and they were marked up. We just wanted an exact line. Technically, it wasn't even like surveyed. We just had a survey company come mark our fence line.
Because they have
they could get it spot on.
Yeah.
And
instead of trying to run the line, I don't know how we would do it through the trees and everything.
And the elevation goes like this.
So, and yeah, it's very long property.
Yeah.
So that would have been not good.
No, we did it the smart way, and we lucked out.
And the band's getting back together.
Yeah. No, it's not. But we have lucked out with some things, and also we kind of talked about this, and I'm just going to talk about it. I don't care. A lot of people like to talk a lot of trash about me. Jason, you're a user, and you take advantage of people, and you do this and that. I think out of the last however long I've been on YouTube, even before Danielle knew I existed, and then when we got together the last couple of years.
Those are my dark times before I knew Jason.
Yeah, I brought you to the light, baby. We never utilized anybody. All the connections we had and stuff like that, we never utilized any of it because we never wanted to ask for help. We never wanted anyone to feel like we were using them or anything like that, because we've felt used and abused before, and that's the last time we would want someone else to feel. So we just always did everything ourselves. We never asked for help. We never, whatever. We've had people offer, but we always turned it down. And since we've had this property, you guys know, we are very fortunate and lucky. We have 2 sets of friends that have skid steers. We are actually friends with Outlaw, and he has offered to do more work, and we're like, you will not be working for free, man.
No.
Like, we will pay, we're gladly to have you back, but we don't want you to do it for free. And he's like, no, just like let me come do this. And I'm like, I don't feel right about it. I don't want you to do that. I've known Vic. He came up and did our survey stuff, and I've known him for years, way before doing YouTube. and we just now had him come up and do the lines when we could have had him do it at Shooting Ranch, but we wanted to not make someone feel like we're using them or anything. And everyone has just said, we want you to ask for help. We want to come help. We want to do these things for you. And we finally let our guard down, and it's just let us know we do have a good group of people that want to help. We do have good friends. We do have I can't think of the right word. We have
a fold.
Yeah, that's not the word I was looking for, but we have, I can't think of the right word.
Crew.
Yeah, it's not the
Squad.
right word. No.
Gang.
You're thinking way off, baby.
I don't even know what you're trying to say.
You're trying to think more young. I need like an older word here.
People.
Yeah. We have
Group?
No. I'm going to say this and it's going to come out really wrong, but this is not what I mean. There's people we could have to utilize. We have a group of people that we have that we could utilize their skills. I don't know the right word for that.
I don't know what you're trying to say.
Kind of like a posse, a group that has skills.
A skillful group.
Yes, but there's a word for it and I can't think of it, but it's all right.
I'm curious. I have no idea.
As soon as we get off this, I'll freaking remember the word. It's like we have something that are...
See? You just admitted that you use people.
We don't use them.
I'm getting ahead of the comments.
We utilize their skills.
Are the comments kind of driving you crazy right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh.
Why'd you ask that?
I feel like just addressing comments.
No.
Oh.
I'm
just checking in.
I'm fine. It's just things that I think about, I guess.
Okay.
Not necessarily what people... Some of the stuff was comments, but a lot of times, too, we try to do... we call the shots before the video comes out. Yeah. We're always like, guarantee someone will say something about this, and they'll be, like, spot on.
Some people said that they saw you wearing a ring.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
I
think people saw my hands in this side of it.
Maybe.
I don't know. I guess I have manly hands.
Well, then people in the video on the Crockers is like, I'm tired of watching 20 minutes of you just talking. I want to see you work. We literally said at the beginning of the video, we're just getting right to the work, girl. Not even showing feeding the animals.
Yeah, it did talk till the end.
Yeah, so I'm not really sure what these DA award members are saying, but I don't know. Can't help the unhelped.
You're doing good.
Well, I want to say words, but I'm not allowed to say them. Y'all can read my mind.
Are you censoring yourself?
Yes. I need people to not forget to like and subscribe. I don't know. I don't know. It's just funny that when we haven't built for so long, and then when we actually build, they say that we talk too much. It's just like...
Well, we always talk about this, and like what direction to go with the video is, okay, this one I'm not going to really explain.
Yeah.
I'm just going to work, so it's just a video of working.
Yeah.
And then the comments are like asking,
what are you doing? Why don't you explain what you're doing?
And then when you explain, it's like too much talking.
Yeah.
So, and that's just something we always laugh about.
Quit talking, just work. And we're like, they can't win. You can't win.
Yeah. Which we're definitely understand. We subject ourselves to, and like, comments aren't, I guess they don't really bother. It's just more so.
We just like to address them, I guess.
Yeah, especially like questions. I mean, this channel is perfect for addressing the questions or misunderstandings and.
Yeah. So literally to talk. We don't really have a bunch of coffee all that often anymore.
I know.
But you know.
Well, it's when we wake up and drink coffee, it's too dark outside.
Yeah, this time
It's
of
literally, we wake up around 5 or 6.
And there is nothing worse than doing coffee crockers in the camper. We don't want to do that.
So.
And then sometimes if we do stay at the studio, we'll do a video there, but I don't know. It's just definitely way too dark. And then a lot lately, it's like cold in the morning. And thank goodness. Just thank you. We've literally gotten so lucky that the weather has been nice. We're in short sleeve shirts right now.
It's crazy.
And it's been, when it was crunch time to get this deck done, it would have rained for a week when we had 8 days to get it done. It'd be like, nope, finish it in one day. Even though there are people that have commented, said, that deck could have been built one day. I'm sure by a crew that does it every day. But for 2 people that have never built a deck this way, on concrete pads and hooked that way and with the beams like that and this big, I'm totally cool with the amount of time it's taken.
Oh, I'm very proud right now. And then when the 10th comes, when we make it, I'm going to be extra proud.
Yeah. And what's good too is we have truly taken our time and really tried to measure, square up, do everything. Will it be 100% perfect? No. But we are trying to do it the best. I mean, so far what we've done, it has squared up perfectly.
I've noticed it is a very, like before, believe it or not, Jason was the perfectionist. But like even more so like now, I've noticed you are very...
I'm trying to be.
Like the tiniest things, and I'm like, but I understand.
Yeah. It's like, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's try this. Let's move this. Let's do this. I said, we're about to do this 20 times.
I have noticed even more so. Like, it is very, I don't want to say very different, but it is different.
Every step of the way, every time we've built something, I've learned. And I've learned and I've learned. And it's not that we try to cut corners or whatever on other projects. It was just more so of, I think it'll buff. I think it'll be fine. I've seen videos where they're like, hey, if it's this far off, you're good, this and that. The best thing you do is just get it spot on. And if you can't get it spot on, get it absolutely the closest you can get. And just taking the time and knowing, I guess, don't get me wrong, definitely stressing over getting this done for the 10th. But I'm not stressing over getting a video that's looks like a movie. I'm not stressing over the YouTube side of it. I'm stressing over the build of it. And stressing over the build of it only is a lot less stress than the build and the YouTube side of it. So.
You know what helps your stress?
Why are they throwing their heads
right
back like that?
He's like still asleep. Oh, no, you awake? Say hi.
They've been pretty good. I'll say that
You said maybe.
Lowrider is very food driven with learning. I called Little Stubbs over and I said sit, and then Lowrider came running up and sat down because he wanted that treat. I mean, he just came run. He doesn't come running, and he came running up for that treat. But we're working with them a little bit. I haven't really been able to sit down with them and with treats and do it, but you have, and they're learning pretty quick. They would learn a lot faster if they were separate, but you can't lock them up. Yeah, they just get out.
They kind of distract each other.
Yeah,
but they're doing good. They're so tired, huh? You been playing?
Yeah, they started early this morning.
Yeah,
they've been roaming, but I don't know. It's kind of where we're at. We're very, very happy and excited where we're at on the build, and I think by the skin of our teeth, we will finish this deck before the 10th. I almost fell for you again, baby.
Oh.
But I think we could finish. We got to go run and get more lumber. That's the one thing that's going to stop us right now if they don't have what we need.
Oh, jeez.
Fingers crossed they have what we need. All right, guys. Bye.